You asked the question about what is the struggle between a particular woman you were talking to and her father. And what I have to say to you about that is you cannot bring yourself between a woman and her father if a woman's unresolved about him. No matter what you do to try to fix, repair anything that he might have caused damage to her, you can't father another man's daughter. And if you set yourself up as a father, right, you will be sacrificed for the first father. And if you set yourself up as a father, you're not going to have a very passionate relationship. You know, it might be full of conflict, but not necessarily passion. Because unless you're highly, highly incestual, you're not going to get turned on by it. And so it's going to be a relationship that's more to feed that particular woman and not you. And now you're playing a role of a father, which diminishes you rather than who you are, a man. And a lot of men are addicted to playing father, just like there's a lot of men addicted to doing the opposite, because then these women chase them. So when you get a woman whose father has set her up to say, basically, I'm not going to give you attention until you make me feel like the greatest man alive, they will sacrifice man after man after man in their life, diminish them, demean them, deball them, and then bring these men energetically to their father as the sacrifice so they can get their father's love, while simultaneously able to deball them because of the hostility and anger they have towards their father in the first place for putting them in this position and making their love kind of a barter situation. So you really have to be careful when you meet a woman with these issues, just like in reverse. I mean, I take everything I'm saying and reverse it, ladies, about the men in your life. I'm only speaking of men to women this way because a man has asked me the question in context to a woman. And again, it doesn't matter if it's man, man, woman, woman relationship. It's who the parent that they're having this issue with and what they're playing out inside their relationship is all about. You will find that you're just being utilized. You're not going to be seen, but either projected on or seen through, but it's always about the parent that you're representing or can represent, so they can play this out and try to heal it. But without any self-work, without any healing, without any awareness, this is too powerful of a force for, in this case, the woman to even realize they're playing out, no matter how much you show them or tell them. They have to come to this awareness themselves. What do you guys make of this?
I'm just amazed on the ability for us to sacrifice another for a parent's love that may not even be available if that parent has passed or is away, or a willingness to easily sacrifice.
Mm-hmm. You'll sacrifice more than you'd ever imagine, because we're oblivious to how powerful the influence of our childhoods are upon us. And when something's unfulfilled, that child ego wants it badly and will do anything to get it and sacrifice anyone in its way. Because the child doesn't have that type of care for another, not when they're in lack. If a child has everything they need, they may be able to access that type of compassion. But if the child is empty, an adult handles it even better than a child always. If adults are somewhat empty, they can still abide by social norms and not trample people. Right? We really have it ass backwards, thinking that the inner child is the part of us that's loving and compassionate. No. that inner child that's not fulfilled is the very monster that's wreaking havoc in your life. And it's given the ability to be a monster because it's inside of your bodies and you're adults. And so, as a definition of a monster, it's a child's mind in an adult body. Your classic Frankenstein. So yes, when the child's running things, it's not crazy that it tramples anyone. Nations have fallen for this and less. Yeah, it's a big characteristic of the human condition and us human beings that we have to face and confront. That this unfulfilled child in us is the source of all our problems. It's the glutton that is raping the environment. It's not the adult in us. We blame the adult because that's who we see doing it. We don't realize that there's no adult there, there's only a child. And that a true adult, in and out, would never do this. Would most certainly come up with much better remedies than this. Would not hurt each other the way we do. I've never had my heart broken. I smile because I had a great melodrama about people causing me heartbreak. And, we cause our own. I've never had my heart broken. I've never been harmed by anyone. That was an adult. I've experienced harm when I'm in my child, though, from an adult. But that adult wasn't harming me. It was my own child that was harming me, misunderstanding the adult. But I've definitely have been harmed quite a bit by children in adult bodies who just cut off communication suddenly, or turn people against me, or what have you, big and small. So let's not blame the adult in any of this. So our resolution to when we meet someone that we're attracted to, we get involved with them and we see that they're having mommy or daddy issues, is to try to take up those roles and help them with it and say, I'll take care of you. Ooh, huge mistake. Because the child has no interest in you, but to use you, to serve you up as a sacrificial lamb for father or mother. Get that clear. And these relational issues will change completely for you.